Aquarius ascendants. Let's look at the Mars transit to Leo and what it has in store for you. Mars is not alone there, by the way. Ketu has been sitting there for a couple of weeks. So we'll have to read Mars and Ketu together. So this video is very important for people who are going through Mars Mahadasha, Ketu Mahadasha, Rahu Mahadasha, Sun Mahadasha, and the Antardasha of all these planets that I just mentioned. Also, if you have a cluster of planets in Aquarius, let's consider you have 3 or 4 planets in Aquarius, so your moon is in Aquarius, you can still listen to this video. It will resonate with what I'm going to say and the sequence of events, especially in the dates I have mentioned here. It's about 50 days. It's a long time, and lots can happen during these days. All right, so let's look at it. So Mars, firstly, Mars is an enemy of your Lagna Lord Saturn. Okay, and it's an enemy of your Lagna. Mars and Saturn are enemies. The Lord of Aquarius is Saturn, and part owned by Rahu. Rahu is right now transiting in your first house, in your Lagna, which is very good. Can give you great opportunities in IT and moving abroad and starting your own business, having multiple sources of income, expansion. But Mars coming to your 7th house, it looks directly back at your Ascendant and Rahu, and it is with Ketu in a very fiery sign. So what is Mars? Mars is a soldier, right? Mars is your willpower, your courage, your fighting spirit is seen from Mars. And it's a fiery planet. What is Ketu? Ketu is the sign of liberation, moksha, letting go, isolation, spiritual planet. It's a fiery planet. Ketu is also a fiery planet. Both Ketu and Mars, these are the only 2 planets that wield a sword. They are both wielding a weapon. Ketu doesn't have a head. And you know, Mars has a head, but he's very short-tempered. Mars is aggressive. Mars is a warrior. Mars knows how to kill. For Mars, every playground is a battlefield. And which sign are they in? They are in the sign of Leo. Leo is the government. Leo is a fiery sign ruled by Sun. And Leo falls in your 7th house of relationships, your spouse, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, other people that you do business with are all seen with in the 7th house of other people. So such a fiery combination happening in your 7th house. So what can happen? Very, very obvious. You need to be extremely mindful in how you're dealing with your spouse and your business partner. Because, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're running the Mahadashas of the planets that I told you, or Antardashas of the planets that I've told you, Mars, Ketu, Sun, Rahu, and especially if those planets are not very well placed in your charts. For example, your Mars is debilitated. Your Mars is in the 6th house in Cancer, and the transit Mars comes to the 7th house. It can definitely cause separation with your spouse, and if you have a business partner, it can cause a lot of friction. It can even cause a court case. So you need to be very, very careful. See, Ketu is again a sign of moksha, liberation, of separation. Ketu will be there for 18 months. Mars could trigger events right now. Okay? And both these planets, and you know, there is so much fire, and it is looking right back at Aquarius, and Rahu is also sitting in your 1st house. Right? So this transit I don't consider as a very good transit for the Aquarius people. You need to be extremely mindful in how you're communicating with your partner. Rahu in the 1st house, Saturn in the 2nd house. Be very, very careful. Do not get into indulge in intoxication. If you are in the habit of consuming alcohol or any other substance, you need to instantly stop. If you can't, you need to get help and stop, because This is the time to have stability of mind, because what Mars and Ketu can do together in the sign of Leo is it can give people flaring temper. Headless people can take headless decisions. I have seen with this combination people suddenly getting into a bar fight and then severely injuring someone and then getting locked up. Okay, so like crimes of passion are seen when transits like this happen. So you need to be very careful. You might see your business partner and your spouse being irrational, but if you react, you will only fuel into their fire. So wait for these few days, wait for Mars to transit out. Okay, see, Mars from there is also looking at your Lagna Lord Saturn. It's looking, and Saturn is in your second house, right? The eighth aspect of Mars causes ups and downs there. So you need to look out for your health. It's a great time to get into meditation, become very spiritual, chant the mantras, whatever mantra you like chanting. Okay, as long as you're chanting and as long as you're meditating, as long as you're exercising and not taking any decisions in haste, this is not the best transit for you. Okay, Mars from there will look at your your 10th house of career. If your Mars is very, very well placed, if your Mars is exalted in the 12th house, it can bring you opportunities from foreign lands, and you could get a job in a different country. So that's good, but you need to look at the placement of your Mars and how strong Mars is. Even if your Mars is in Aries in the 3rd house, people who are looking forward, or business owners, or people who are wanting to start a business, it's a fantastic opportunity, especially to do something with IT, with travel, anything to do with foreign lands. People who are trying to move to foreign lands, waiting for, they've already applied, they're planning to migrate. All this will come through if your Mars is stable. Okay? If your Mars is good, this particular transit can also cause marriage. All right? But however, with Ketu there, and it's in the Rahu Ketu axis, I do not recommend sudden marriage. You might meet someone and you might want to, see, Mars takes decisions quickly, and Ketu is also headless. With this particular transit, people can meet someone in like a month and then want to move in with them, and then you want to get married. So please don't do that. Marriages in many big cities are not really working out. I mean, so take time to make any drastic decisions about your life during this particular time. It's time to be very logical, practical, and patient about any major decisions in your life. However, Rahu transiting in your 1st house and Mars transiting in your 7th house can give you that urge to make a drastic change in your life. You said, I'm bored with all of this, let's do something different, let's do something drastically different. So suddenly people might want to pack up everything and like move out of the country. Okay, so I don't recommend it. Wait for the time to pass. Let Mars stabilize a little more. Let a few months pass. Let this year pass. Let Mars go to Scorpio, and then it'll be a lot more stable there, and you will get fantastic results. All right, not the best time for your health, and definitely not the best time for your relationships. For your work, if your Mars is well placed, you can make a lot of money, and you can also get a promotion and recognition at work. Especially if you're in the field of IT, especially for security, for data science, research, it is all very, very good. Any research related industry is fantastic for you. Well, that's all I have for you. If you have any comments, please mention in the comment section so that the other Aquarius ascendants can benefit from it. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. If you need a consultation, my information is right here. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.